Greetings, knowledge seekers. NASA has revealed a new and alarming discovery with potential repercussions for all world religions. The agency reportedly found a celestial phenomenon that has puzzled scientists and astronomers for decades. This dedicated team has been exploring the enigmas of the universe and has finally unveiled an astonishing surprise. What does this discovery imply about the essence of our existence? Let's explore the enigmatic City of God revealed by NASA. A fascinating image has emerged from NASA's archives, sparking speculation and questions about its meaning for humanity and religion. On December 26, 1994, NASA scientists were stunned to observe images captured by the Hubble telescope, a white city suspended in the cosmic void. This revelation has baffled NASA's team, raising questions about whether the world was ready to understand its significance before being revealed to the public. Although Hubble telescope images are usually confidential, in this case, they were mysteriously made public within minutes, spreading across the internet and capturing the imagination of millions worldwide. However, the United States government quickly intervened, classifying the images to control public unrest and manage the dissemination of information. Despite these efforts, the images were already in the public domain, circulating among a curious audience eager to decipher their hidden secrets. During the chaos, a photographer at Ellington Airfield managed to capture snapshots of the image, revealing a stunning galactic landscape filled with columnar structures and formations resembling architecture. At a critical moment, a professor from the University of Florida meticulously studied the photograph taken by the Hubble Space Telescope using a powerful magnifying glass to examine the details. The researcher focused on a peculiar patch of haze that defied conventional explanations. Through his thorough investigation, it became evident that this haze anomaly was unique and had an unusual shape, generating uncertainty among the scientific community. Although NASA experts quickly ruled out the possibility of a transmission error or lens diffraction, confirming that the image was perfectly fine and the telescope was in perfect condition, perplexity persisted. In response to this situation, NASA representatives convened an urgent meeting to attempt to recapture the image, this time with greater precision. The Hubble telescope was reprogrammed to maximize its resolution, and its lenses were meticulously aligned to focus on the mysterious section of the cosmos. As the world held its breath, scientists awaited the results of the mission, observing as the telescope captured the scene in the depths of space. When the image materialized on the screen, silence fell over the laboratory, interrupted only by the collective astonishment of the researchers present. The haze had transformed into a radiant structure at the center, with an astonishing resemblance to a futuristic city stretching across the vast expanse of the cosmos. The structure defied all logic and sense, becoming one of the most notorious mysteries of the universe. The project took on a life of its own on the internet and became known as the City of God, even within scientific circles. While some believe it could be a celestial paradise or a realm inhabited by superior entities, these ideas sound more like myth than serious scientific research. Despite the skepticism of many within NASA, researchers delved deeper into the images captured by the Hubble telescope and made a fascinating discovery. The city was not simply floating in space, but showed dynamic movement synchronized with galaxies, following the fundamental principles of the Big Bang Theory and aligning with the laws governing the expansion of the universe. This discovery left scientists perplexed, who began to study the peculiar movement of the city using advanced computational models. They found a curious phenomenon. Contrary to conventional beliefs, it seemed that it was not the universe being observed by the city, but Earth moving away from it. Could this suggest the existence of a central nexus in the cosmos? Researchers began mapping how galaxies seemed to move away from this focal point, increasing confusion with each new piece of data revealed. The City of God unfolded like a profound enigma, resembling a labyrinth of cosmic mysteries being unveiled. Each piece of the puzzle offered new perspectives on the intricate workings of the universe, challenging humanity to think beyond the limits of conventional knowledge and marvel at what lies beyond our world. Numerous claims have emerged about NASA's attempts to keep a remarkable image from public scrutiny. Speculation abounds regarding the motives behind this alleged cover-up, especially the reason for concealing such a significant cosmic revelation. The decision to withhold what some consider one of the most important scientific datasets ever recorded has aroused curiosity, but many doubts persist about the cited reasons. In particular, the fear of provoking global panic is perplexing, given that the information has leaked anyway. After meticulous examination of the photograph, intricate details have been revealed that defy conventional explanations of natural science. Structures resembling domes and towers have been identified, and even what appears to be a watchtower, suggesting the presence of an expanding galactic city characterized by futuristic geography. Additionally, celestial beings have been sighted within the image, reminiscent of angels, initially confused with a star cluster due to their vibrant tones. However, a more detailed analysis revealed that these luminous entities have an appearance similar to living organisms. NASA sources indicate sightings of a group of angels in flight near the star cluster NGC 3532, initially dismissed as an abnormal transmission due to a malfunction of the Hubble telescope. However, clearer images captured angelic beings approximately 49 feet tall, adorned with wings and ethereal halos, enveloped in mist-like auras. This discovery raises the question of whether these images could be the first recorded visual evidence of angels. A space engineer reported that the beings observed in the Hubble images were approximately 15 feet tall, with a wingspan comparable to that of 2 airplanes. Their faces appeared calm and friendly, radiating a sense of joy as they posed for the celestial photograph. Their expressions conveyed a sense of shared delight, as if imparting a revelation to the cosmos. Intriguingly, accounts of angelic encounters are not limited to this event. A scientist who defected from Russia in 1985 revealed that Soviet cosmonauts had sighted luminous entities during a mission years earlier. According to his claims, such celestial beings could be abundant in the cosmos, waiting to be discovered through continued exploration. The prospect of revealing evidence demonstrating the existence of angels looms on the horizon with the ongoing operation of the telescope, which will shed more light on this enigmatic phenomenon. The revelation of the angelic images the day after Christmas in 1994 adds a layer of intrigue to the narrative. Every time we observe ancient stars and galaxies through the James Webb Telescope, we are seeing events that occurred many years ago, providing us with a historical view of how the universe has evolved. Before the existence of James Webb, astronomers had limited knowledge about a few candidate galaxies that had existed in the first billion years after the Big Bang. However, in the past year, the telescope has confirmed the existence of hundreds of galaxies larger and brighter than expected, many of which rotate around supermassive black holes. Recently, the James Webb Telescope has identified for the first time the presence of carbon particles in the form of dust in a galaxy. Understanding the importance of this finding adds a completely new perspective, as it could be linked in some way to the origins of our own galaxy. Using the James Webb Space Telescope, it has been possible to identify for the first time the presence of carbon dust in the first stars of the universe. This discovery implies that the initial galaxies could form faster after the Big Bang. Although this idea is familiar due to numerous similar findings in other galaxies observed by James Webb, this particular detection stands out for a fundamental reason. Carbon is essential to the very basis of life. Carbon is the main component in organic compounds and acts as a fundamental pillar for life on Earth. Without this element, the possibility of life as we know it would be almost non-existent. The team of astronomers has managed to detect carbon in 10 distinct galaxies that existed approximately 1 billion years after the Big Bang. Finding carbon dust in such an early period after the Big Bang has significant implications and questions theories about how heavier elements formed and dispersed in the primitive universe. The processes leading to the creation and dispersion of heavier elements like carbon likely took longer to accumulate in these young galaxies than their ages indicate. At the time of the James Webb Space Telescope, the early universe was composed mainly of hydrogen and helium. This suggests that the first stars and galaxies might have had a composition limited to these lighter elements without the presence of complex organic compounds. Traditional approaches to how elements like carbon and oxygen formed in the universe posit that these elements are produced in the cores of stars through nuclear processes. When the first stars deplete their fuel for nuclear fusion and reach the end of their lives, they explode in supernovas, dispersing the elements they have created throughout space. These elements integrate into dust particles. This concept is famous for Carl Sagan's assertion in his award-winning television series, Cosmos, where he pointed out that we are made of star stuff. When dense areas of this dust collapse, this material transforms into the fundamental components for the formation of new generations of stars that, in turn, are richer in heavy elements. These stars find their place in galaxies enriched with these elements. This cycle has been ongoing for eons, from long before us, and will continue long after our existence. However, recent discoveries pose a challenge to this theory. The galaxies where carbon dust has been observed have an estimated age of approximately 10 million years, suggesting the existence of a carbon creation and dispersion process that operates in a relatively short time frame. These findings not only illustrate the type of research that would not have been viable in the past, but also provoke a reconsideration of how elements form and distribute in the universe at faster timescales than previously thought. The light waves emitted by the first galaxies experienced a stretching in their wavelengths due to the expansion of the universe as they traveled along billions of light years, taking this vast time to reach us. When it comes to ultraviolet light from these galaxies, it undergoes a process known as redshift in the electromagnetic spectrum. As the distance increases, and consequently the galaxy is older, the redshift becomes more extreme. This implies that the light from early galaxies is stretched towards the infrared spectrum. Thus, the light from these galaxies has traveled through the cosmos for about 12.8 billion years, and now manifests as infrared light. The James Webb Space Telescope stands out as the most sensitive infrared instrument ever launched into space. Not only is it capable of detecting elements such as carbon footprints in the light of such distant galaxies, but it also provides an unprecedented view of the primitive universe. Furthermore, this research can resolve details of specific features. As for the future, scientists have identified two possible paths of exploration. One direction involves the collection of additional data through the James Webb Telescope, which will allow observation of broader sets of galaxies. This approach aims to identify possible correlations between the carbon footprint and specific features of galaxies. In the theoretical realm, scientists now have the opportunity to begin conceiving how various astrophysical objects and events could generate carbon in shorter timeframes. Although there is still much work ahead, we are in good hands thanks to the collaboration and hard work of researchers. The observatory's commissioning occurred during Christmas 2021, and for the following 6 months, scientists dedicated themselves to preparing the telescope for operation. This included deploying its sunshield and golden honeycomb-shaped mirrors, as well as conducting tests on the 4 instruments used to explore the cosmos. Once it was fully operational, the telescope began its mission to delve into the depths of the universe. NASA established scientific objectives for the James Webb Space Telescope, one of which was to attempt to observe the earliest moments of cosmic time, seeing some of the first galaxies that formed. A year and a half since its launch, this focus, which remains one of the most exciting parts of the mission to date, continues to explore the limits of how far we can go, and to what extent we can leverage this telescope to visualize the most distant possible. Recently, James Webb has detected something in the confines of the universe. This fascinating discovery has generated concern among astronomers worldwide, as it challenges our knowledge of fundamental physics and the observable universe. The massive object found at the edge of the universe raises questions and fears among astronomers. This exciting finding made by the James Webb Telescope opens new perspectives on our understanding of the cosmos. In 1929, American astronomer Edwin Hubble observed that galaxies were moving away from each other after the Big Bang, which we know as the expansion of the universe. According to Einstein's theory, the universe extends infinitely without a defined edge and possibly curves in on itself like a higher dimensional version of the surface of a ball. By observing identical galaxies at opposite ends of the universe, some argue that the universe has no edge. However, others maintain that the universe had a beginning approximately 13.82 billion years ago during the Big Bang. The only light from galaxies that we can see is that which has traveled less than the age of the universe to reach us on Earth. This region, from our terrestrial point of view, is known as the Observable universe and has a diameter of approximately 92 billion light-years. Due to the rapid expansion of the universe in the first moments after the Big Bang, this region has moved away at speeds faster than light. The observable universe resembles a sea horizon. Just as we know there is more ocean beyond the horizon, we understand that there are countless more galaxies beyond the cosmic horizon. It is presumed that the light from those galaxies has not yet reached us. Can the James Webb Telescope see beyond this cosmic horizon? After intense and extensive development, we wonder if this instrument is capable of reaching the unimaginable. Being 100 times more powerful than its predecessor, Webb can explore the faint light of the first galaxies, analyze the planets orbiting stars in our galaxy, and even detect signs of other forms of life by examining their atmospheres. There are two universes, the observable and the unobservable. The first is what we can see if our eyes could detect all forms of radiation around us. However, we still don't know what Webb will reveal when directed toward the edge of the universe. The most distant invisible light we can observe comes from the cosmic microwave background. But some scientists suggest that certain gravitational waves and neutrinos come from even more distant regions. Cosmologists argue that the observable universe is only a small part of a greater reality that we still don't know. A fascinating example of this concept is the Pandora galaxy cluster, Abell 2744. This galaxy is so distant that its light takes 13 billion years to reach us, and when we observe it, we see how it was about 650 million years ago. This discovery was made thanks to the collaboration of 3 telescopes: Spitzer, Hubble, and Chandra. Each of them uses different parts of the electromagnetic spectrum to capture information, allowing us to obtain a more complete image of the object in question. Using the gravitational lensing method, astronomers were able to observe galaxies up to 100 times farther than they could have seen separately. Abell 2744y1 is a unique galaxy for several reasons. Although it is almost 50 times smaller than the Milky Way, its high stellar population makes it exceptional, creating stars at a rate 10 times higher than our galaxy. With a redshift of 8, it indicates its distance and the shift towards the red end of the spectrum due to the expansion of the universe. This measure is key to understanding the evolution of the cosmos. Supernovas, like SN 2016 Nennu, are also fundamental to our understanding of the universe. These massive explosions, the final stages of a star, release enormous amounts of energy and represent one of the most amazing phenomena we can observe. Science provides us with a window into the vastness of the cosmos and allows us to unravel its deepest mysteries. These discoveries and advances in astronomy continue to challenge our understanding of the universe and open new frontiers for scientific exploration. As telescopes like James Webb continue to probe the depths of the cosmos, we are likely to encounter more surprises and revelations that redefine our perception of the universe and our place in it.